There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And these are the games, hitting pay dirt as we see as many times as he has, that running backs dream about, right? It's okay to be selfish in this circumstance, isn't it, partner? Because this selfishness, getting to the end zone time. On second down, Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some space here. Pushing him away. Popped it right. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score. There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown. But in the last 4 games, defeating division rival Cincy this past weekend, Charles, 28-21. Yeah, and that's the 7th straight win. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown. He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there. Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereo. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays? And we'll see how determined they are. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that. And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. The 40 already and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it. It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receiver's eyes when he's throwing the ball. Oh. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front. Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there. What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup there in on the stop. Connor. Room here to run. Room to run inside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance. Fast and furious for both sides in this thing. It's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards. Here's Connor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half. Yeah, and I think they're going back to that well. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He sets to fire, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game. Where'd you pull that one from? And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class. For a Steeler first down. Now a toss. This is Connor. They can't tackle it. Oh, another great move. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game. And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game. But a nice carry. Now Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And an 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Connor. Able to push his way through. And some room to roam now. Another miss. Still on his feet. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Barely beat Denver, but they got it done. They certainly did. They actually set the pace in that game, Brandon. They got out to a pretty nice lead, and then Denver chopped into it, and the Rams held on late. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone. I think they won the leverage game, didn't they? Yes. Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. Ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. And he's got some space here. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a ton of steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window. Timing was great there and a big run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. It's a Pittsburgh first down.
Because he heads towards the flat first. Oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 14 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.